You want to know what cracks me up? There are thousands of time management systems out there, apps, hacks, planners, timers, and none of them fix the real problem because it's not about managing time, man. It's about managing ourselves. And that was my breakthrough, this managing myself thing that turned into the self first framework. My sister Megan and I were talking about how I manage my time and long term planning and short term planning and daily execution. I said, girl, I got a thing. And she says, I need to see it. I showed it to her. And she says, Jesse, you cannot turn this into a course. It has to be a workshop. And she was right. The outcome of that little seed of an idea wasn't another list of rules. It's an experience that keeps you from collecting tools and actually put the ideas and frameworks into practice right there on the call. But don't believe me. You got to hear it from Miss Megan. Check out what she says after she saw it for herself. You're kind of responsible, or it's your fault that the self first time mastery framework even became a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And so let's start there.
Okay.
You and I had a call because you heard me describing it. What was it about the framework that I was describing that made you need to learn more about it?
So I would say it was multifaceted, honestly, because as we've talked about before, especially in those early days when we were kind of brainstorming what this could look like, everybody and their brother has a time management or a productivity program system, app, hack, Pomodoro timer, right? Like there's no shortage of competing ideas for how best to maximize and manage our time, right? And like many type A people, I am a junkie of all of them, right? I have sampled, taste tested, and tried probably 80% of what is out there and available. And I've been in business for 15 years, practicing law, trying to manage my time effectively. And I'm in a unique position that probably not a lot of people that are taking a workshop are in. I have to manage and track my time for billing purposes. Like I have
Oh,
to
yeah,
track
yeah.
every 6 minutes of time, right? And so I really need something that will work for me. And so none of everything that I had tried had ever worked, but because I can't help myself, hearing you describe your system coupled with having observed the tangible, real results of your system. And by that, what I mean is witnessing as just a complete consumer of your content, but also because we are friends, having a little bit of a peek behind the curtain about all of the things that you have to manage and juggle and deal with, and how you track it, manage it, and do it in a way that has allowed you to build, grow, expand, and lately completely explode your businesses was all the proof I needed that it worked, right? Like there's still a question before you take it, there's still a question like, well, will it work for me? Right? Like that's the question. But what I
Yeah.
never doubted was that it clearly worked, period. Because
Yeah.
anybody who follows you or knows you or has paid attention to you for longer than a week knows you must have a system and it clearly is working for you. And so I was like, I want to know what it is. Let me see if it'll work for me too. And so that was what made me want to reach out after, because I think just like Converge started with an offhanded comment, yours kind of started as an offhanded comment to a few of us in a video chat where you said like,
Yep.
oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy to share
Somebody.
what I do because I think maybe I can help you, Stephanie, if you just take a look at what I do. And then I reached out after that call and was like, me too, because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see if it could
Yeah.
work for me.
And so then you saw it, and I spilled the beans. I'm like, I'm thinking of making this like a self-paced course because I really was thinking of doing it, and it was going to be a lead generator. Like that was the idea, and you were like, bullshit. Like it can't be videos.
Yeah.
I was like, and then on the call, I'm like, well, shit, I could make it a workshop.
Yeah.
Like we just do it like on like video live.
Yeah.
And you said yes.
Yes.
And what I showed you was like a mess.
Yeah.
And then you signed up for the actual workshop.
Mm-hmm.
So from the first conversation when it was kind of just a rough overview that you and I had one-on-one to the workshop, did it give it more form? Was it more helpful? Yeah.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
what
So,
it
okay,
was like?
so you gave me exactly what I asked for originally. What you offered was to just simply send what you do. And that's what I asked for. Send me what you do. You then followed up and said, what did you think? I was really honest. I was like, I don't know what I think because I have about 4,000 questions before I can even understand this. Because
Mm-hmm.
that speaks to the intricacy of your system. That's sounds negative, but is really actually a positive, and probably is what separates you from the out of the box cookie cutter systems that everybody else knows and sells, right?
Yeah.
Yours requires an explanation. And that's why I said to you after I said I've got 1,000 questions, you're like, okay, let's get on a call. I went through all my questions and then it made sense to me, but there was still a gap. I was about 80% there. But I was like,
Yeah.
I really kind of need to actually see you walk me through it while we're looking at it together. Cause I think I had a migraine that day. I remember I was in bed.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
bed. I
Yeah.
think I was sick, or maybe my son was sick. I remember I was laying in bed, so I didn't have my computer in front of me. I didn't have any of the actual component pieces of the workshop in front of me. So I was still about 80% there, but I was like, I still need to see you walk me through it visually, which is why I was like, it can't be videos, right? Like, there needs to be an interactive element to it. And from there, then you created the workshop that now is available. And I think I took the second one. I think you had already done
Yeah.
one by the time I did it. And it was amazing. I mean, like, it was awesome. It was everything that I was like, this is perfect, right? Because you give us the actual component parts, the resources, the actual, the widgets that we need to implement. And that's great. But the value is in the workshopping of it all. And it's not
Mm.
just you walk us through it. No, no, you set aside time for us to implement while we were there. And that is so
Yes.
key for a junkie like me who loves to collect all of these resources and then never really actually give them a fair shot at implementation, right?
Yep. Yep.
I make myself feel better about the fact that I've learned the system and I've acquired the things I need to use the system, and I feel great about myself, and then never find the time to actually implement, right? But the
Yep.
workshop didn't allow me to do that. Like, I couldn't get off the hook. If I signed up for the workshop, I'm now dedicated, I think 3 or 4 hours is what it was when I did it.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. It makes zero sense for me to not use this time wisely to actually implement, right? Like, let's use the time
Yep.
and let's do the damn thing. So that's what I loved about it, because it wasn't just the component parts. It wasn't just abstract and high level instructions, and it wasn't just coaching. It was actual implementation in real time that then I walked out of with my own customized version of your system that it was now up to me to implement, but I couldn't get lazy with it because I'd already done half the work. So not only was it easier to implement because I'd already done half the work, now I had the external pressure on myself, which a type A like me needs. Because if I don't then actually take it further and use it, then I'm beating myself up for having wasted 4 hours that I could have been using in some other productive way.
Bam. This isn't theory, it's action, and that's the difference. You don't just hear me making a bunch of mouth noise. We're actually going to be building your personalized system right there in the workshop. So if you're tired of stacking the planners and trying hacks and still feeling behind, stop waiting for life to calm down, because guess what? Life is going to keep on lifing. I'm here to give you permission. Here's your permission slip to put yourself first. Don't just plan it, do the damn thing. Sign up today. The link is in the comments. Peace.